everybody. So I decided I was just gonna hop on like I always do, because you know I never have timing anymore. But I am making, ooh, woo, lighting there. I'm making this cute little bat. So I'm super excited for how he's going to turn out. Trying to get my live up here. So how are you guys all doing? I'm seeing that there's a couple popping on. I am still not finding myself here. So if you guys don't mind, please like and share and follow my page. And those of you that are watching the replay, make sure you hit hashtag replay or respond. I always get back to your guys' comments. Trying, I'm sorry. Okay, so there we go. Okay, hello. There we go. I'm trying to see comments here too, which I don't know why it's being so funny. Okay, hey Sheena, hello, how are you? It is like being seriously so silly on how it's making me share this. So I apologize. I'll post to just a couple of places real quick. Hey Cindy, how are you guys all doing? I hate doing this at the beginning, you guys. I'm so sorry. But this is how it's working today. Hopefully my camera is going to play nice and actually flip the image, or you're going to kind of see me paint backwards. But I figured it would work. I don't know what was going on. But anyways, I'm going to flip my camera so you'll still be able to see me. Yep, it's being silly still. So thank you, Robin. I appreciate the sprinkles. And Sheena, you guys are so sweet. Okay, so like I said, we've got the cute little bat here. I apologize. You guys are going to see it paint backwards. I tried to flip the camera, but for some reason it is not wanting to flip correctly. So we're going to actually, what do you guys think? His cute little eyes. I can't decide whether to do green or purple. I was thinking maybe green and then do his nose purple. I don't know. I think that's what I'm gonna go with. What do you think? Let me know your opinion. Let me grab one of my little trays here. I still have not fixed my squeaky chair. Every time I sit in it, I'm like, I'm gonna fix it, and then I forget. So that's just how it goes, right? That's actually a little too big. No, well, yeah, half-angle brush should work. So I'm just painting 2 of these today, you guys. I do have the blanks listed in my Etsy, and I also added a picture of as seen on Etsy for my shop. Let me post my shop here real quick for you guys. And that way you can, if you like him, you can go ahead and order him, or if you just want to try a chance with the blank, go ahead and you can do that. Green? Okay. So I'm just going to post my Etsy shop right there for you guys. There we go. Alright, so I've got the Gecko Green from Delta Paint. That's one of my favorites to use. And I'm not going to be too worried about down here because it's going to be black anyways. So because of that, I'm not too worried. And I do like to paint my blanks white underneath because sometimes the MDF comes really light and then it's wonderful because then you don't have to. And then sometimes it's a little bit darker. So I like to just have that white background. I feel like it kind of makes the colors pop a little bit more. Hey Karen! I think it's been ages since you've been on one of my lives, like actual lives, but I know I haven't been as good as what I've been wanting to be at getting on. I've been trying to tell myself at least once a week. So, and Friday I had our Craftastic design, the group that I'm in, where I teach you guys how to paint blanks and do some digital stuff as well, using Cricuts and everything else. And anyway, so if you'd like to join that group, let me know, and I will also put the comments or posts for that as well. But I teach you guys how to cut blanks, all that fun stuff too. But anyways, we were having our monthly Zoom call where we have question and answer. And so I typically have been finding that Fridays during the day are easier for me to get on, but for that day in particular, it was not. So just getting those real quick. And then I have my fan on over here, so if you hear a little bit of the fan, that is why. Let me do just one more quick little coat with this green. Oh, and then I realized I didn't introduce myself to those of you guys that are new. So those that are new and hopping on, thank you. Please let me know if you are new. And by the way, I am Rachel with Rachel's Crafty Corner. I do signs, kind of a little bit of everything, but mostly lately it's been just nothing but signs. But I do wreaths and all sorts of fun little projects. So if you're new, make sure that you like and subscribe to my page so then you can get notified every time I go live. And also, if you haven't been getting notified, if you click the 3 little dots up at the top corner of your settings, there's a little bell and it will say get notified. Click that, and then every time I'm in, you'll see me that way too. So, okay. I got a little bit of green at the bottom of him, but we're going to be painting it black, so I'm not too concerned. Oh, there's my green. So I'm just going to throw this green back here in the bottle. I always get way too much or never enough. Can never be just like that perfect amount, right? So what are you guys doing this Sunday? Anything fun planned, or did some fun things and just unwinding now? You're new. Hi, Nancy. Thank you for being here. Washington State. Washington's beautiful. I'm originally from Utah, and so we've taken a few little trips there. It's gorgeous. Now I'm in the outer area of Chicago, a suburb. So out here in Illinois. All right, let's get his cute little nose painted. I like to paint black the last, because then if you have any little boo-boos, the black covers it up. So it's a good way to kind of get those things under control. So we're going to do the purple nose. The purple is Passion Purple from Delta, and I am not a sponsor of Delta. I wish I was, but I do like their paint a lot. I feel like the coverage is really good. So I'm just taking my angle brush and loading the edge of the tip so that I can get a nice smooth area, and then I just pull that paint to where I want it to go. And Battleground. Oh, Robin, you guys are friends. Washington friends. I love when people come on and they like connect. It's always so fun. Robin, I forgot that you were in Washington. Okay. So I've got a little bit of paint blobbed right here, because I got just a little too much on my brush. And when I do that, you guys, I just kind of plop it in the middle to keep going, and then I'll come back over and clean it up. So just smoothing out where his little eyeball is there. And then his nose is casting a little bit of a shadow, so I'm gonna clean that up. Okay, throw that one under the dryer. Hey Melissa, did Melissa just hop on? Melissa is another one of the designers in our Craftastic group, along with Lori Jacobs with Hardworking Mom. Melissa is Burlap Boutique. Some of you guys know her as that. And I shouldn't say boutique, it's bow-tique, like a hair bow, or you know, a bow that you would put in your wreaths. And then the other designer is Mel with Mel's Corner Creations, Melody Drake. So anywho, that is us. And like I said, we do a lot of different designs. You'll be able to get designs that you can't find other places and all sorts of stuff like that. Melissa does the silhouette along with Mel. You guys know me, I'm the Cricut Girl along with Lori, and then we also are teaching sublimation, which Lori is phenomenal with sublimation. And then I show you guys a little bit of how to work with the CNC machine and everything else. Yes. Hey Melissa. I'm so glad you guys are all on. I just decided, you know, what the heck. But that's how I typically am anymore, right? Okay, so the inside of his nose is still driving me nuts. So we're gonna just kind of cover his nose. And the reason why I didn't do the eyebrows and stuff like that with the other one is I just wanted to show you first of all what the drawing was going to look like, but we're going to be painting it with black, so for your stencil it will come with it drawn in, but for me, because I'm painting it black, I'm just going to go back over it and freehand it, so no need. Sydney from South Carolina, how are you? Hopefully you're not getting hit with the storms and you'll be safe. I know Lori is in South Carolina today. I was talking to her and she said it was hot. She's moving everything over to her new warehouse, and poor thing, it's super hot where she's at. I was hoping it wouldn't be. Here in Chicago, we've had it kind of nice and cool the last few days. It's been in the low 80s, high 70s. Today we're supposed to get rain about, I think it was said about 3 o'clock. But yeah, it's been about 79, 80 today. I'm sure the humidity is going to climb up, but you know, I'm okay with the number. It's quite nice. Not yet. Well, praying for you. Everything works out good. You hear about those storms and it makes you so nervous. Okay, throw that in there. And then, like I said, you guys, this was Passion. I always say purple because, you know, but the name is actually Passion from Delta Cream Coats. Okay, we're gonna let those dry for a second over there. I'm gonna go ahead and get some black. I'm positive I'm gonna need more black for that. And then I'm gonna work with the 3/4 of an inch angle brush. I'm gonna just get that a little bit wet. My bristles are a little tough. All right, that one is looking still a little wet. We'll go with this one. All right. So I'm going to, in between the nose and his eyes, I'll end up probably going down to a smaller brush, just so that we can get into those little detailed areas. So I'm just pulling the paint, cleaning that up right there. here. There we go. Guys, I'm so excited. So, Lori with Hardworking Mom, she's having a retreat that got postponed and then due to COVID, but it will be in September. And I've been kind of trying to watch the airfare a little bit, and I got a good rate the other day, so I finally booked my ticket. I'm so excited. Melissa's gonna be there, and Mel's gonna be there, and so many other amazing crafters are gonna be there, so I'm so excited to see everyone. With all this COVID, it's been hard to like have something fun to look forward to, I feel like. And so, anyways, I'm so excited. So I'm just gonna take the angle, go really lightly around the nose here, and then sometimes it's easier to not make those full curves, especially if you struggle with your wrist hurting and stuff like that. So if you can just pull straight or, you know, curve down, that really does help, so that you're getting that smoother corner. See, and then I'm just going to come right back here and get that little edge right there. And then we'll smooth that out. Same with right here. So we're going to go like that, and then we'll come back this way and get that edge. There we go. That way it's not yanking on your wrist as bad. And my wrists have experienced some carpal tunnel lately, so anything that helps with not getting that pinch really does help. And I apologize, my phone has been having lots of notifications going off in text, so if you're hearing that in the background, I'm sorry. I tried to put it on vibrate, but of course sometimes that vibrate can be awfully loud. Alright, so getting his cute little bat wing, and then you guys, I'm gonna attempt. I am not the best with shading. I'm working on shading still, but I feel like I'm starting to get a handle on it. But we're gonna go back in and do some cute shading with the darker gray around his little bat wings and everything else with the next coat. So I'm really excited to try that out. Hopefully it's not a fail. But hey, you know, we all gotta learn. All right. I'm being bad today. I'm not painting with an apron. So surely my cute crafty corner shirt will probably have paint on it by the end. But hey, it just signifies what I do, right? Okay, I'm just going to go around the edges. You guys can see that. So anybody pick up new hobbies or new talents since being with COVID? I know a lot of people have started creating more and doing different things like that. So I always love hearing new stories like that. The other day I was at the Dollar Tree. Have you guys seen that jute tubing that they have? Anyways, it's like a needle in a haystack for me to find. I went to like 3 of the local Dollar Trees around me, and of course none of them had them, but we were headed to Texas Roadhouse, and so we decided to go to the one that's a little bit further away from me and see if they had it, which they didn't. But I met this amazing lady. I forget her name right now, but I do have her business card. But she just started the coolest business where she's making her own lemonades and wine and selling them. And so anyway, she was in getting cute little gift bags and like a cute little tag and stuff like that, because she hasn't come up with exactly all of what she wants to do yet. But it was so fun chit-chatting with her, and she said with COVID and stuff like that, it was something that she had always wanted to do, but you know, with work and stuff like that, she had never had the chance. So now she is doing that, and I thought that was just so cool. Yeah, Sheena, girl, good luck. I've been to like 3 of them. I always buy the supplies thinking, you know, oh, I'm gonna get to it and I'm gonna make a wreath, and then another order comes in, or I start sketching and I have a million signs that I have to paint now because I decided that, you know, I wanted to sketch. There's just never quite enough time in my life. And I'm an insomniac, so you would think that, you know, I could find some, but no. I'm scratching the bottom of my plate trying to get this edge so I don't have to put it down. All right. Just going over this cute little edge here. There we go. All right. Well, say goodbye to all the cute little details, because it's going to look like a little bug for a minute. We're going to get this one painted up as well. Did I check online? I did. I just don't know if I'm ready to commit to a huge box, but I guess I could always sell it too, right? And get some of the money back on it. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll check online. I was able to pick up a couple of things. So I've been looking to get me a planner because I have a cute little notebook that I use. It's like this, if you guys see this. And this is kind of how I keep my daily list going. But the problem is sometimes when I don't get done with the list, then I want to rip off the next sheet to start the next day. And so I was thinking if I did the planner, like a little student planner kind of daily task thing or weekly task thing, that might help a little bit more for me. So I don't know. Trying to stay organized. What do you guys do for organizing? It's so funny, Debbie, that you said that those look like they could be candy. They actually are. So I was doing my blanks. I was trying to separate them so they look a little bit better, and my Etsy site looks a little more cleaned up. And I was cutting the candies, the Christmas candy wrappers, and I was looking at the shape and I was like, oh my gosh, that would make the cutest little bat. So yes, they were candy wrappers at one point. And then I got doodling and I was like, oh, he is so cute. So I decided, what the heck, let's make him a cute little bat as well. Hey, Avenel, I always forget how to say your name and I apologize every time. Denise, which tubing? The jute tubing. I think you were the one that showed it to me first. Or maybe it was Teresa. I can't remember. I think it was you though. The jute tubing at the dollar store. Dude, none of mine have it. And so Denise lives in Southern Illinois. And their Walmart or their Sam's Clubs already have out the ribbon. My Sam's Club, the two that are sort of by me, both of them don't. I'm like, what the heck? So anyways, one day I will get ribbon, and one day I will find the jute. Debbie, I love that you saw that though. That's cute. I was wondering if anybody would catch it. But it goes to show you guys that you can find different shapes and make them into other things, you know, and repurpose things very easily. So, but yeah, like I said, I was just seeing the outline of it when it was cutting on the CNC, because that's how it cuts, is it just shows the outline. I was like, oh my gosh, but I had such Christmas or Halloween brain at the time, and I was like, this would make the cutest little bag. So always rethink of things. Okay, you did. That's what I thought. Okay. Girl, my brain is like gone. You know when you're like, now who showed me what and what showed me what? That's how it is. Okay, there we go. I know, I might have to have you send me a care package of it. I can't find it. I'll pay for the shipping and all that from you. Alright, hurrying and painting these edges, and then we will get into the fun part. Well, I guess I gotta hurry and paint the in-between of the eyes and the nose too. And it'd probably be easier if I painted the edges first and then the inside, but you know, I always like to make things difficult for myself. My phone's telling me, so I started this new diet. I shouldn't say diet, but new lifestyle, I guess. Where you have low calorie snacks, and then one big meal for the day, to try and stay under about 1,200 calories. 15 is like my max that I'm trying to do right now, but 12 to 15. So anyways, I've just been stuck at a plateau. So trying this new way, and so my husband and I found this little app that reminds you, gives you a timer. So my phone was going off saying, hey, time to eat, but it's okay. You can have snack a little bit later. Do you guys do any of that kind of stuff? Or have you tried any of that? I am all about tips right now. I have plenty of the fall tubing and the Halloween. Let's see, it's the smaller bag, so maybe like four or five, if you can get it. I have one more place to try, and it's a more ghetto-ish. I hate saying that, but I just haven't had a chance to get over to that one. But that one's the one that sometimes when everywhere else doesn't have it, that one has it. So I haven't tried there yet. You guys, I'm gonna use the 1/2 inch angle, and I'll go back with his eyes and get those, and then we'll start doing the fun shading and detailing. Let me throw that guy more under where the fan is. Alright. So just doing the curve there with his eye. Going there. And then this black covers so good with Delta that I typically do not have to do a second coat. Every now and then I'll look to see if like I missed a little brush stroke or something like that, but this guy is looking really good from what I can see. So I'm just gonna keep on going. Get his little part in between his nose there. And I ran out of paint just at this curve here. There we go. So another way to do a good curve with the eyeballs is I usually would start my brush at a tip and twirl it in, and that will give like a nice rounded angle as well for you guys. And this guy's still drying quite a bit, but let's see if we can just get the eyes real quick. There we go. And I like to do batch work just because it makes it a little bit faster and easier, especially since you already got the paint out. When I introduce a new sign, I usually will do anywhere from 2 to 4 of them. That way, if I don't like one, or I don't like how it's going, I can always have another one as a backup. But I know some people do huge batches at a time, but for me, it's just my comfort level and my storage ability is kind of the reason why I do it that way. And then if it becomes a really popular one, then I'll still keep cutting 3 or 4 at a time. Oh no! Okay, thank you, Denise. You're so sweet. Okay, so because the eyeballs, we're not going to be playing too much with those. I'm not going to worry too much with that. And then I think we're going to go with the drizzle gray to do some of the shading here. Okay. I am going to water this down just a little, including the black. So I'm just getting water from the jar where I rinse here. So this drizzle gray is really light gray, almost white. And then let me mix a little bit of this in there. Okay, let me, oh, that's my glitter plate. All right, we'll use this plate. So what I'm gonna do is just add a little bit of black here, add a little bit of gray. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have black in the back here, and then I'm going to do gray on the tip, and then we're going to kind of go back and forth, and that's going to kind of give us that shadowing effect that we want. Oh, this is doing good. I've only practiced this a few times, so I was a little bit nervous to show you guys, but you can kind of see how that's working out. Let me do that again. So black on the back, and then the tip is gray. We're going to go back and forth just a couple of times there. And then you can see how it's kind of just giving that cute little dimension and shading that we're wanting. Now, if you didn't want it so bold, we could go with a little bit darker of a gray or darken it up with some black too. Because I know the drizzle gray, my favorite gray, is a really hard, it's really hard to find. I've had to actually buy it right off of Delta's website before. So you can see how that shading just kind of makes it come together, gives it a little bit of life, right? And I think I might even, we'll do a backwards type shading and go right around the nose. I might have messed that up. But what we'll do is just add some water here. Yep, I'm not liking around the nose. Hold on. Baby wipes. Baby wipes are my friend. There we go. Sometimes doing the baby wipe too can give you that effect you're looking for as well. Okay. Let's throw that over by the fan real quick. It looks good. You like it? I was hoping it would look really fun. Okay. Let me do that again. So black on the back, then the tip, we're going to add the darker gray too. And then we'll just go around his little cute wing here. A little bit more, a little bigger. There we go. All right, I'm kind of loving that. What do you guys think? Hearts? You like that shading? Yes, it's a cool technique, huh? I have been watching a lot of amazing artists on YouTube that have been showing their shading techniques. And so anyways, I have been playing a little bit with it and trying to get it down so that I could kind of show you guys a little bit more how I do it, because I usually just do the watercolor method, which is where you really dilute it down and kind of use a very light brush and kind of shadow it and play with it that way, like you would do if you were painting with watercolors. But I'm really liking, because he kind of looks like dusty, and yeah, it's fun. I'm so excited. Ooh! You know when things make you giddy? This whole project, I have to say, has made me giddy just because, like I said, it was meant to be, when I first cut this thing, it was a candy. And then, are you going to give him vampire teeth? Ooh, I have thought about that. I might. We could. What do you guys think? Should we do vampire teeth on him? Seeing if I can just pick up a little bit of gray to shadow his little eyes here. I mean, I will come back in and do a detail line with it, but ooh, I kind of like that. Okay. So we got that one done. Let's do the technique one more time here. So just gonna grab a little bit more of the gray. I think my black I'm still good on. Okay, so the tip, we're gonna add gray, the black, back and forth just a little. I have noticed that you do kind of have to work fast with doing it because it does dry because you're just getting such a little bit amount. So just FYI, if that worries you, maybe water it down even more than I did. That might help a little bit too. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I love it. I think I might even shadow his wings. I was thinking I might not, but I think we might do some shadowing lines with his wings too. We're just gonna go all out. Alright, where my brush is just a little with it, I'm gonna grab right here real quick. And I don't know if you guys can see the shadowing in the eye part as much because it's super light, but it's gray, a little bit of black. There we go. Almost did a boo-boo. I forgot to flip my angle. That would have been bad. Oh, I did mess that up. Hey, Kathy, how are you? Yes, teeth? Okay, we'll draw some teeth in there. I'll probably use my chalk because the actual drawing, I didn't have it, but then I was playing with them and thinking, oh, that'd be really cute if I added teeth, so. Okay, so the tip, the gray, the black in the back. Might need just a little bit of water here. There we go. Okay. Maybe I watered that one a little too much. There we go. Okay, where I have just a little bit, we'll go right around his nose. I'm sorry, you guys, my head's getting in the way. Okay. Ooh, I'm loving him. He's so cute. Kathy has been doing such cute projects too, you guys. Have you guys seen her cute wreath attachments that she does? Oh my gosh, they're so cute. Every time she posts one, I'm like, oh, that one's my favorite. And then she'll post another one, I'm like, nope, that one's my favorite. Every new one becomes my new favorite. Okay, so that is looking really good. I think I might do a dusting with his little bat wings here. Go right there. Just make a light one right there. Actually, you know what? I think we're just going to continue. Tip, there we go. Might just continue this. There we go. There we go. Oh, I'm so excited. Look how cute. Can you guys pick up on his wings? Oh, you can. Here, I'll show you closer up. Oh, I'm so excited. Hey, Lillian, how are you? Kathy, I'm sweet because it's the truth. I'm going to get that just a little bit more so I don't have super We're gonna get right here to right here. Get his little weenies. Give them some definition. Okay, so it was really dry when I did the definitions there, but I think I like it because it's kind of just a little bit of a ghosting. What do you think? Likes? Okay, so now let's ooh, I don't like how this is looking right there. I got a little too excited with the shading right there, so I'm just cleaning that up just a little, and then we'll do some outlining. Okay, baby wipes, best friends in the world. Trying to think where I want to go first. Let's just because I wiped his face off. I'm like, come on, dry. I will use my chalk here. Maybe. The girl's probably still on my white chalk. Let me see if there's some in my drawer. And of course there's not. I wonder if I use purple, if that will work. Yep, purple will work. Okay. Thank you, Sheena. Ooh, I'm so excited with how it's turning out. Okay. So his original mouth looks like this, but I'm thinking what we can do, because we want some fangs, we'll add some fangs like this, and then we can go down. There we go. Yes. What do you guys think? Do you like that? I know it's a little rough, but it will be cleaned up. Oh, I'm not liking that one. That side. Love it. I knew you guys would just totally make him for me. Trying to get this part to dry real quick. You need one of these? Gotcha. I already have this painted, or if you don't want it painted, I have the blanks already listed. Or if you want the one that's painted, all you have to do is hit, there's an image on there that says, as seen on Facebook Live. I've had so many requests for me to do that, that's how I figured I could help you guys out, because you guys are like, I forget, and then you're, you know. So, anyways, I figured that would be the easiest way to get all of that done. I don't think I'm gonna, well, I might use drizzle gray a little bit more. Black I am not going to use anymore. Well, yes I will. I'll hurry and use my black up and then save it. So I'm going to use this detail brush real quick. It's a liner brush. It is a 0/10, and all I'm going to do is just go straight up right there. Because what you guys were seeing with the line was the carbon line. So just going to hit right there and right there, so then we can be done with the black. It's just got a little bit spotty there. There we go. Okay. Yeah, right there. There we go. There we go. And we'll use this brush to clean up the black. So I'm trying to use up my paper plates a little bit more because people were recommending when you're doing shading to use the foam plates because they don't dry as fast. The paper doesn't suck up your paint as much. So those of you that are watching, FYI, I use that. Do I ever use paint markers? Of course. Do you guys want to know what paint markers I love? I also have a link, my affiliate links for Amazon, where you can pick these up. They're the cheapest there. You can pick them up at Joann's, but they're the Posca. Yeah, whatever. I'm horrible at names. But anyways, it's that brand. Right there. And I use all different sizes. I haven't used the really big one. Hey, Carl. I haven't used the big ones, but yes. Kathy, I get that 100%. No problem, sweetie. Okay. Let's throw in the white real quick. Whoa. That white just bit up on me a little bit. Okay. I'm going to use the liner. I'll outline this and then we'll come back in with a little bit bigger brush to get his teeth. And then you guys are going to see the chalk for a little bit because once it's dry, I can remove the chalk, but not until it's dry completely, like super, super dry. It might even be cute. What do you guys think of like glitter fangs? Do you think that would be cute? Or to do his nose glittery? I might actually. I'm going to get the base coat with the liner. I know that sounds super silly, but we'll try and get a little bit of coverage going. I'm just going to kind of swirl that around a little bit just so that we get a base coat. With this black, we're going to need to build up with the white a little bit. Let's see, I'm going to make a wreath with my candy corn like this. Oh, that will be so cute. That would be so cute. Oh, I'm excited, Kathy. I can't wait to see it. I'm using a plastic thin cutting sheet. There are 2 in a pack for blending and mixing paint. Oh, that's a good idea. Very good idea, Denise. Okay. So the only thing, FYI, you guys, when you're doing the liner brushes is the chalk likes to grab onto it, so it does make it a little bit harder because it pulls on the paint just a little bit. So just FYI. Let's have some fun with detailing too. Why not? So I'm gonna do, where do I want his eyes? I think like right here will be cute. Just to kind of give him a cute little glisten. And I just like using, I'll use my Daubler stylus as well, but I also like just using the back of my paintbrush to do the dots. No big deal there. These cute little eyebrows. I'm gonna do some little swooshies. Just to add some fun. I think I might go in with the gray as well, just to add a little bit more contrast and stuff like that. Okay, so I'm loving that so far. We're gonna add like a little with his nose. And then come in with the liner brush right here. I'm barely touching. There we go. Kind of gives him his eyes. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. Just looking at him on camera. All right, I'll finish this one offline so you guys don't have to watch all of it. Let me grab, yeah, this one should work. So this is a 1/8 angle, and I'm just gonna go over his teeth just a little bit more. We can definitely see the paint brushes through, which I figured we would. I really think it'd be cute with the glitter teeth. What are we thinking? Glitter teeth? You know me and glitter, guys. Gotta have a little bit. It's always hard when I don't. Okay, I think I'm actually going to change to different liner brush. It's the exact same size, but this one has just been my friend lately. It's the Plaid brand. He's just been my friend, so we're gonna use him. And yes, I did just lick my brush to make it a point. You can use water, but for me, it's just my thing. It's what I do. Whoop! I flipped my tray so I don't grab in the wrong area. So I'm just kind of going right around where I hit it with a little bit of the white outline and kind of dulling it down just a little, but also kind of just giving some extra movement, because when you paint all in black, it's really hard to find how to get that movement and the lines going just a little. So it's what I've done to kind of help with that. It will definitely make his eyebrows kind of pop out just a little bit more, I feel like, but not be so bold. Okay. There's that. Just going around his eye real quick here. Okay. Oh my gosh, I'm so in love with him. Yes, glitter. You guys know it. I love that you guys are my glitter fans. You're my peoples. Which, a lot of things with glitter too, it also helps when you're not getting the coverage. So where we did his things kind of at the end, last minute, that will also help with being able to hide some of the spotting that's coming through a little bit too. I can't remember if I said that or not. Okay. Oh, he is so cute, you guys. I'm so in love with him. Just adding a little bit of gray to his fangs to give just a little more dimension. And that should pop through just a little bit through the glitter because it's going to be iridescent. So I'm going to pop him up so you guys can kind of see. Maybe not. I don't know if you guys can see. Oh, there you go. You can kind of see the gray there. That light gray is really hard to show. I have to close my wipes there. Grabbing some glitter. Alright. I know, squeaky chair. I apologize. Let me grab my glitter thing right here. Okay, and some Mod Podge. That will work. Actually, let me finish up using this jar before I start another one. And then you guys, I just get the cheaper brushes from, I think this came in a huge pack from Walmart. You can tell they're not the best, but with the Mod Podge, it really does. They eat up the brushes, so I don't like to spend a lot on nice brushes that I'm going to be putting in the Mod Podge. So, using these cheap brushes, you know, once they get really bad, you can just throw them away. Yeah. And then I like the Mod Podge that you buy at the dollar store, just because I like the little bit of the control with the bottle instead of buying the big bottle. I mean, this bottle has lasted me easily a year, if not more. So, ooh, glow in the dark eyes. That would be so cute. I gotta get me some of that glow in dark paint. I've ran out and I need to get some. Okay. So you guys know me, I'm like over fascinated with the glitter and I always spill it way too much. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. And then I do spray the backs of mine. I put just a matte finish black on the back so they don't look like this. They look a little bit better for those of you that are new to my signs and everything else. So let me flip you guys so you can see me head on here. Okay, he's so cute. Oh, I wish the glitter would pick up. There's glitter, I swear. There we go, we can see it. Yay, glitter. So it's a cute little iridescent glitter. It shows up so much more in person, but you know, the camera just never likes to do that. So, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I'm so excited you guys all came on. You guys are so awesome. So anyways, there's that for you guys. He is listed. It's just going to say Halloween bat in my shop, and then the picture icon will just say as seen on Facebook Live if you want to pick him up. There's also blanks available as well, and that is fully listed, so you'll be able to see that. I did pin my shop above. Let me make sure I pin it. Oh, I didn't pin it. Let me pin that. Maybe not. Maybe it won't let me pin it. I'll post it one more time for you guys. There's the shop. And I'll kind of show you guys. These are the last ones that I did just recently. Hopefully the cellophane won't. So we've got the little crow here. But what I was trying to show you guys is how I spray paint the back of them. So they don't look like this. They look all nice and cleaned up for you guys. But there's the Halloween crow that I just finished and posted earlier this week. And I also posted the fall crow as well. I had so much fun. This is when I started learning a little bit more of the shading and stuff like that. So you can kind of see the shading there on that hat too. So you guys will be seeing more shading, I promise, because I'm having so much fun with it. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and sharing the love. And if you're watching replay, thank you again. Make sure you comment and I will get back to your comments if I've missed them. You guys all have a wonderful night. Bye, y'all.